And then we have a bull who has escaped. I'm gonna get shot for that. Oh, I'm excited. Good morning. Bed some beasts, feed some beasts, and then we have a bull who has escaped. He's still within a field, but the wrong field, and he's in with cows again. Little bandit. Come on. A long lie this morning. Go on, hush, hush. Helper's arrived. We need the cow catcher and go and catch that damn. Open it all the way and you stand on the far side of the gate. I've yet to see where he's jumped through. Bandit. I'm hoping he's not ruined a fence. That would really wind me up. Damn bull! I'm not sure when he's done it. Could have been yesterday afternoon, evening. I don't think so. I was doing that wall right next to where the bulls are. Didn't notice him out of there. That was fairly easy. We'll lead him back over and we'll check the fence line before we let him out. This is one of the best things I've ever bought. It's awesome. This is the 8th catch. I would have had to go and get hurdles and mess about and faff about or bring them all in to catch them. Whereas, chuck this on, caught him within 2 minutes of being in the field, walk him over here for 5 minutes, let him off, done. On to the next. Right, you big bandit. Before we put him through that gate, I'm just going to run the fence line, check he's not flattened any of it. Maybe the bottom gate's opened up, Freddie.
Yeah.
I think that's what might have happened. Right, Freddie, we know what's happened. Have a look. Do you see what's happened?
You took the gate off of the hinges.
Which is the best sign. I'm glad it's that way. Not a very good gate. It's got one hinge. Do you think he knows he can take this gate off now?
Yeah.
Do we just hope he doesn't escape again?
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one there. Hold on. Hold on. Right. That'll do it. Fingers crossed. Got your fingers crossed? Good lad.
So how did he get into this field?
He was always in that field.
Yeah.
So he pushed through this gate.
Yeah.
And then this gate in the corner's open. Because the cows can go in and out there. The bandit went down and in. He must have done it through the night. Right, lad. We can let you out. Perfect. But the morning all just ironed out to perfection. The plan was just looking sweet. And then big old flashing warning light. On the New Holland. Dunk was away for 2 dung spreaders. Kevin Harvey tidying up an end rig of OSR, then lousing off the drill, lousing off the discs. 2 tractors were going to go to dung, 1 tractor was going to finish the rolling on all the drilling. I was going to go and spray the field, then put slug pellets on the end rig. Meanwhile, the dung's all getting sprayed, but the warning light on the New Holland has thrown a spanner in the works. Turned the machine off and on again, it's fine, but don't want to run all the way to pick up dung spreaders, have a breakdown. So, Agricar coming out at 10 o'clock just to plug in and check what the fault was. Dad's filling up fuel bowser to get 2 fence both fueled up. Right, Dunk's just getting the brush off there. We're just topping up the transmission fluid, the hydraulic as well. It's got a leak on that boom that we've still not fixed. Ideally we would have done it pre-harvest, but we never got to it, so we're not going to touch it till after harvest because we need the forklifts working just now. Fill bowser. Big red warning light. Stop, 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 stop. Agricar have just nipped out, tightened up the handbrake, that seemed to be the error code. Also the clutch is needing calibrated, so I'm just doing that just now. Harvey's just about got the dung spreaders, he'll not be far away from being back, so we might end up just putting 2 fence to that. See what this is like once I do the clutch, and if any error codes come up, we'll see. Right, I'm just got the sequence on my phone just now. Okay, carefully release the clutch pedal. Press upshift twice. CL, press it again. DT, depress the clutch pedal down again and move the shuttle lever into forward. Forward. Release the clutch pedal momentarily. Auto switch. Why is it doing that? I've seen better days, this book. It's not working. I can't get it calibrated, so it seems alright though. It's maybe not hot enough. Take it for a quick spin round the block, heat it up a bit, and then try it again. Attempt 2. Right, when I've got my foot off the clutch and I try and run that sequence, it's meant to ping up to 1200 revs, and it goes oh, and then back down because it senses something's not right, and it comes up with a U20 fault. If I do it when my foot is on the clutch, it comes up with a U26. U26 is clutch pedal depressed, release it. U20 is incorrect sequence. When I've got the clutch down, it gives me a code saying clutch down, lift it, and when it's up, it gives me a code saying clutch up, put it down. Anyway, any tips, let me know. I'm going to shove a trailer of feed up in the back of this, see whether this pings up any more error codes. I've just set off and it's the temperature gauge has gone flying up to the top, flashing warning light on there, but I don't think it's actually hot. That's just on that sequence I've been doing, it tells me the temperature, so we'll just find out. 40 degrees, it's not even hot, but look. That was the way up in the red 60 seconds ago, so something's not right there, and it's not reading temperature properly, and that's, I guess that'll be engine temperature, is that right? Whereas that other one I've gone through in the calibration, that'll be transmission. I don't know, but either way, the gauge was going way high when I didn't need to. Something's all over the shoulders. Load of OSR going out. I'm just going to clean out the back of the Can-Am here because it's still got turnip seed, and I'll wait to put slug pellets on OSR ground, so I don't want turnip seed going in there where they'll blow it out. Here will do. That's pretty much all the way, that'll do it. That's good for a good 5 hectares, 5, 10, 15, 20. One more. That's absolute loads. I'm just doing the Hendrix. So there's enough there for 20 hectares. I tell you why the temperature gauge on that was going up. Not a drop of coolant. Remember we replaced that O-ring a video or two ago. It's probably done 20 hours, a good 20 hours since I changed that O-ring. So that good car, I think that guy's called Graham, he's just going to put a new coolant pump on it, fill it with coolant as well. That might help the scenario. The neighbours are going. Graham and Wallace, they're cutting some of the spring barley. We might be a week yet. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields of OSR to put some slug pellets on. So just do the margins, protect against a lot of slugs coming out of the hedges and whatnot. Keep an eye on it. If it goes wet, we might come in and do the bulk of the field. This field is actually just keeping through, see there? But we've kind of got a bit of capping going on. Comes up, hits the hard surface and goes like that. Wet layer on the top and it's dried and it's baked and gone firm. Hopefully there's enough cracks and it's loose enough. And this field's maybe just
a little bit on the weary side of it. There's another one there. That's a bit of OSR there. See, it's done about turn and gone down again. Yeah.
If it caps real early, you can the rollers will crunch it up and crack the ground. But at this stage, where the crop is just at the surface, comes through, you go and roll it, you can really damage the crop. So ideally a little bit of rain, but there's nothing forecast. I think we're just gonna have to let it run its course, and fingers crossed it'll be all right. Let's get some slug pellets on. Need to do a little bit of maths to work out rate control. It's 1.6 kilometers in this end rig, and we're gonna go 1.6 times spreader width of 12 meters, so 1.92, so we'll call that 2 hectares to do here. We're going to be going on at, doesn't need to be spot on, but kind of 3 to 5 kilos a hectare, so we should be using not quite half a bag. It's 20 kilo bag, so just getting up on half a bag to do this end rig. So we'll just nip round a quarter of it and just double check how we're going. Check it's working. Can I hear it? Yeah, I can. See how we're looking?
Pellet, 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 pellet. Right, fine, maybe a little bit thinner out here. It's majorly capped. There's stiffer ground down this end of the field. I think we're going to suffer a bit of loss of crop because of that.
20 miles an hour. My corners are probably a wee bit overdosed. Lighter end of the field. Oh, it's still a bit capped. I didn't think it would be nearly as bad up here as it was down there, but
it's not much better, if any. OSR, OSR. Whether that's actually managed to just get through before it was really that bad. There you go. Oh, hold on. I thought that was flea beetle, but it's just the shell, the seed.
10 plants a square metre. That's all you need. It's sorting at 40, 50 odd, but you only need 10. As long as there's 10, you're not potentially losing out on yields because of lack of establishment. Partially almost why our yield was back a little bit this year. We sowed those 40 or 50 odd and they all came, or they seemed to all come, so it's very thick. They were fighting a lot and just the crop went up and up and up and not out and out and out. You're nip around these fields and see a man about a hen shed, well, a man about equipment in a hen shed in 50 minutes at 3. Right. This yoke, oh, it's an 11. There you go, 11 horsepower. It seems to have given up the ghost. 22-year-old, it's done a lot of work. It's been in and out getting serviced and looked at over the last few months, and we've decided to just bite the bullet and we'll just replace it. And if we get 22 years out of the next one, we'll take it. So I'm going to price up what the 13 is with a guy at Viking. I've never been in there, Dad's always dealt with him. I phoned him up and said, hello, got a power washer, it's been in and out getting serviced and it's we're giving up and we're needing a new one. And I said what we had, and he said, I sold you that machine 20 odd years ago. And that's a sign of a good place. So that's needing replaced, so obviously take the coil off it. They'll come framed, I'm sure, but I need to speak to him about that and what gubbins we can keep from this. It's done a lot of work. It's done a lot of work. Let's phone him back and get it ordered. Good morning. Almost every single bit of kit in that shed is getting used today. Combine coming out. We're going to cut some wheat. There's the header. Trailer getting going for the combine. I'm going out spraying. That fence going on another trailer. That forklift's about to feed some cattle. That dog is just having a good time. And so am I. Doug's fired up the combine. We're going to get a start at 10 o'clock. We'll shift from here at 9:30. Quite a bit of dew, a bit of dampness this morning. Kev's headed out this morning, carry on subsoiling the OSR ground. Cattle all fed, all bedded, including the shed back there as well. Need to check some creep feeders and we're golden. Is it empty? I swung past it last night in my final checks and it was pretty much dry. Yeah. Lovely mix now. We're on to nice barley. We're not using up the rest of 2025's malting barley. We've got a mix actually of 24 barley in there and 26 barley. Nice bold peas. All nice stuff. Stubborn beasts sometimes. Sorry, they're stubborn beasts all the time. Calves are looking well. Hey, that's a fairly young one, 370. That was the last 30% of calves born. See their snouts, so just any chance and they're in. No. I've got barley down my neck. Their tongues, flick, 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 barley everywhere. Right, it's time. Let's get this yoke going into some wheat. I'm really quite excited to see what wheat yields are. Like, walking through the crop doesn't fill you with oceans of confidence, but we should have had good grain fill. We've had a really good sunny spell when it was required, so it'll definitely be average or better. It won't be a poor crop. So I'm just excited to see if we can get a really good crop. That would be just lovely. Harvey's just shifting a bit of calf creep feed there, and then he's going to jump in obviously the trailer to run grain off the combine. We're using the weighbridge today, but there must be some line going out at the moment. So that might just catch us out a wee bit today and slow us down. See what I mean? They're just looking from above. It just looks like there's quite a lot of gaps, but it's good. It's decent. I'm being pessimistic. Yeah, there's the peas. Reasonable size, not ginormous, but hopefully they're right, nice and dense. My divider repair seems to be holding up. I've got a new point for the front of it because it was well and truly mangled. Nice big peas in that head anyway. Dad tested it yesterday, afternoon, evening, 15%. So, tell you what, for wheat that is brilliant. I reckon our average in the last 10 years of harvesting wheat, we'd be doing well to be under 20%. I reckon it's round about that 20% mark. Don't often get a chance at wheat at 15, so yeah, let's crack on. Weather looks good for the next 5 days anyway, so we'll make a big dent in it. I didn't know we were baling this. Let me just double check Dad's plan. Are we baling this straw?
No.
Chopping it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, there's a swath coming out the back of the combine.
No.
Right, okay. Hi Dunk, hi, the chopper's not on. There's straw coming out.
Oh, so good, right.
Right, cheers. Chop the lot. It's good for the ground, good for structure, adds a bit of nutrition, and you don't have a load of bales lying across your field or straw to deal with. You can get in about it quick. In about the field, that is. There. Park that yoke up, I'm off spraying. Interesting one. Here you go. Here's the discs. That is a tungsten pointed point. That was on when we bought the machine. Oh, those bolts are needing tightened up. They're loosey goosey. And this one was the exact same point, non-tungsten. Put on after that point. Cost wise, you're maybe looking at 7 times the cost, 6 times the cost. Tungsten's kind of gone AWOL. Kev's off to the wheat. Harvey's there too. So they're going to keep that going. I'm going to go and spray some pre-em on the last field of OSR needing done. And then I don't know what I'm doing after that. Find another job. But yeah, those points, wow. But it'll be interesting. I might, this leg, I might just consistently keep changing it with a non-tungsten point, tungsten everything else, and just see how many points I go through versus this one. Come on, Matt. First things first, most importantly, tunes of choice today, huge Irish songs, that's a good playlist. Running and fighting for love. What a day! Can we just admire that? Look at the cows, combine in the background there, cutting wheat, and way to go and spray just a wee bit further in the distance. You can see it, miles and miles and miles. Brilliant. Right, we're getting filled up. OSR pre-em, so 20 hectare tank, and then we're just needing another 2 or 3 hectares on top of that. I should maybe just do a 15 and a 7, but anyway. Will I? Nah, I've done the maths for a 20. It's getting topped up. Right, sweet. First tank ready to go. I've actually done enough for, I've done 19 hectares instead of 20. Just shaved off a wee bit. Not much. The PX battering through some spring barley. Andrew on the combine, just dusted off another field. Just about finished going around this end rig. Big end rig. That's going to be a 6 hectare end rig. Big long end rig. Right, time is 12:13. We need to be back to the combine at 2 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to manage that. So we better be quick. Let's just go a wee bit faster. Right, we're still 800 litres in the tank, but we're near the gate and it's suited to come and fill up. So 4 litres of sultan and 0.42 litres of the other stuff. So how much is in there? There's 1 in there, and there's 2.5 in there. 3.5, so we're a little bit short, that's okay. Chroma Star. Chromazone is the active. Sultan is Metazachlor. Anyway, enough of that jiggery pokery. OSR all sprayed. Let's just have a look at this crop that might be capped. We had a look at it the other day. It's doing alright actually. It's coming through, punching holes. That's good. Again, 10 in a square metre. Happy days. Right, Freddie, let's mark out a square metre. 3 feet, I'll not be far away, 3 of my feet. So, that line, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do the same that way. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Right, how many oilseed rape plants are in that? Yep, that's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of them.
There's one more in the corner there, it's 11, 12. And there might be a few more key cup that haven't made it yet. Oh, there's one right there as well. See it? This is what's called capping, Freddie. Yeah. So what happens when you sow it, when we sow it we make quite a fine seed bed. It's loose soil, yeah? And then it gets a big dose of rain on it, and the top layer goes really soggy, and then it goes really dry, and it dries out and it like bakes. So that one, look, it's turned and tried to come up through the surface but not been able to.
How?
Because it's capped. Because it's so hard it can't come through. There you go, see, look what's happened. Okay, that's exactly the problem. So it started at here as a seed, and it's grown up and it's reached the surface and it's not been able to get through, so it's basically turned back around and come down. Right, new power washer. Right, you know how to start this, Freddie? Put that on, turn the bypass on. How did you say you get that working?
Reduce this.
Oh, that. Just turning this pressure dial.
Perfect. Dad's now bringing dry grain wheat into this shed. You can tell the colour difference in the new crop there. Old, old, new. Let's compare it to last year's crop.
Let's put a little bit there. To be honest, not a major difference in pea size. Yeah, a little bit bigger on that side, which
I'm a little bit surprised about, since the amount of sunshine it had. That sunshine at grain fill. Back in the hot seat. Remember how to drive this thing? We're getting on fine. I got all my spraying done, so happy days. Motor through, so we're going to get shifted tonight, jump onto another field at yard 4, and that'll give us a kind of idea of what we're going to do tomorrow, because the next few days weather's looking good and we're going to be wheat. I think we might end up with quite a backlog at the dryer. We might go and dump some wet wheat tomorrow off of the combine straight in that shed. Just we'll leave it out of the way until we can get back to it at some point. Just dump it in the shed and be done with it, so that we can clear the grain dryer for when we shift on to barley. Right, we just about polished this field up. I hope I get it all on this trailer, because getting a little dribble is a pain in the backside because we need to go and weigh it. So I need to make sure this trailer is full to the rafters. You will know the yield results within the next probably minute of the video. I will know them within the next half hour. Oh, I'm excited. Right, that's half of it emptied. Oh, there's a drone. Just trying to figure out how to point it at us. Ben, getting there. This is going to take a bit of editing by JJ to make it smooth. Right, with a beacon on, let's do up here. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. We might have to accept a little spillage left, right and centre. Just got it in. Wouldn't like there to be another 100 metres of crop. What's the yield's going to be? We'll take it an average of what did we say? What did I say we started at? 18%? Yeah, and we're down to 15 now, so we'll just say it's 17%. So we're drying it from 17 to 14, 3%, which will be 3.75% weight loss. You lose 1.25% for every 1% of moisture, which I never really understood. 1,000 litres of water is 1 tonne. Why is that? Why do you lose 1.25% for 1% of moisture? Doug's just noticing a bit of noise coming around here, so there's nothing obvious to see. This is running very hot particularly. I'm going to run it and see if there's anywhere you can notice the noise. Half 6 now. We'll get going in the next field 7 o'clock. We'll go till, try and take most of the end rig off. That'll take us to 10 o'clock or so. So I'm going to get Lee Ainsley, who services our combine, give him a phone, see if he can just come out first thing in the morning, so we look over it. Doesn't feel like there's a bearing that's collapsed, or feels pretty tight, but it is running hot and it is making a bit of a clatter.
Right, Crawford.
Hello Lee, how you doing?
Nah, not. I like.
No, the reason I'm phoning, we're just cutting some wheat there. We just finished the field. Dunk was noting a wee bit of kind of noise coming from the drive of the knife. We just noticed it chattering a little bit today. Seems pretty rhythmic with how the knife moves.
They will run quite hot, I have to say. Send me a 3 words and I'll come have a quick look for you.
Good man, thank you, cheers.
No, it's fine. Alright, Crawford, cheers, bye.
Right, sweet. He's very busy tomorrow, so he's gonna swing past on his way home, just to put our mind at ease. Good man, Lee. Just coming to check that insecticide applicator. Gav, Sparky Gav, put the timer on it, so it should be running. So when that's on, 20-second delay, insecticide applicator then comes on and it runs for bang on 30 minutes, which is just shy of a full batch coming off. When that incline elevator stops, which is when it changes over to filling again, it will cut the power to the motor again. That's working beautifully, and it stopped leaking. It's costing us 58 pence a tonne to do that, which does add up, but oh, there you go, that's stopped. Let me just double check that motor's stopped then. Yeah, boom, pressure 0, power off. Ah, when a plan comes together. Right, let's make a start in the next field. I've worked out, I need to work out the yields now. Right, weighbridge makes it that tonnage we've cut today. Assume an average of 3% drying. We started cutting today 18%, and we're cutting just now at 15%. And a lot of the day has been kind of 15, so you could argue 2.5%, but we'll go for 3 just to be on the kind of conservative side. 3% drop, which is going to be a 3.75% drop in weight, so times that by 0.9625. So that's a tonnage. It's a 21.11 hectare field. There we go. 10.96 tons a hectare dry. If we're going to one decimal place, which we're going to in this instance, is 11 ton. Brilliant. Happy with that. So yeah, hopefully the rest follows suit. Time will tell. The idea is we'll probably put a camera on the combine, but I need to get another screen, so it doesn't really matter where it goes now. If I get another screen, chuck it in the other tractor. That's cutting grain. Sweet. Camera. Yoked up. Oh, the hero Lee. An hour and 10 minutes ago I phoned him. He's been here for 20 minutes. The harvest hero. Spotted it immediately. Looked down the knife. Basically saw a couple of sections in the guides riding a bit high, putting a bit of load on the knife there, so it wasn't running as free as it can. So it meant the mechanism that drives the knife was working quite hard, and that's where it was generating the heat from, and that's what the noise was as well. Beacon sensor's clearly not working again. When it's empty, it thinks it's got 20% in it, and currently it doesn't know it's full. Oh, we'll get our screen on. No signal. Come on, connect. Oh, we're in the money now. Oh, I've got loads of space back there. Oh, watch this. We'll centre that way line. We'll hit our GPS. So we're just staying centred in the GPS. We'll run that up to the back of the trailer. Oh yeah. Bit of clearing up to do. I was thinking, is that a combine that's hit that and knocked it off? But no, Dunk's driven around it, so it must have fallen off between Dunk cutting the verges there, the margin, and combining, so it's just fallen recently. Again, looks a decent crop in here. Looks a decent crop. Oh, this is in Citer. Well, actually, the end rig on this field is Dawson, but the bulk of the field here is in Citer. The last field also in Citer, and then we'll shift on to 2 Dawson fields. Monza from Rabi Brewster. Really interested to see how that yields, and that'll be the wheat tidied up. So if we get a good chunk, a few days, by the weekend we might have the wheat complete. Man, oh, all it. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get this field finished first.
That's 4. Is that 4 batches? 3 batches through, 4th one on. Well, we'll see what we're going, but we might come home and cut some stuff with, keep the dryer going, then we get, well, we'll see how we're going.
If we, the next few days then, that'll just be one trailer for the next 2 days, if we do that.
Yeah. Right, okay, right.
Okay, right.
Right.
Just discussing the plan for the next day or two. Just a bit tight here on that wall. Definitely not as dry, this trailer load, this field anyway. You can see it's just a bit steeper in the heap. The more moisture, the steeper the heap. The drier it is, the more it flushes out and flows. I suspect it's the variety as well. It's Dawson on this end rig. Maybe a little bit just later in maturing. Okay, lady's been grafted, earning her keep, paying her rent. I'm gonna get shot for that. Last load, 9:10. Get a start fairly early in the morning. Happy days. Imagine if it was always like this. Bliss. Not looking forward to the winter, but let's enjoy this while it's here. Hold on. I'm not convinced there's any meat in this. There's not. It's just all beans and can't believe it. I'm officially looking for a new wife. A replacement. Unreal. Look at that sky. Shepherd's Delight. That is a dream.